Hello, my name is Becky Eager. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the Regional Council Manager for Birth to 5 Illinois, Region 35, covering LaSalle, Marshall, and Putnam Counties. Thank you for watching Region 35's Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment Virtual Report. This recorded session will provide an overview of findings from the Birth to 5 Illinois Region 35 Needs Assessment, as well as talk about the strengths, needs, and recommendations for improving access to and enrollment in early childhood education and care programs in the region. A link to the full report can be found in the description below. If you would like to turn on closed captioning, click the CC icon at the bottom of this video. This will turn on the captions. If you want a language different than English, click on the gear icon for settings. Click on subtitles, then auto translate, and you can scroll down to pick the language you want. In 2021, the Illinois Commission on Equitable Early Childhood Education and Care Funding issued a report with findings that highlighted the inequities in early childhood funding in Illinois and the need to create a better statewide infrastructure to support early childhood professionals, expand services and programs for families and caregivers, and increase enrollment in ECEC programs. The report focused on the importance of addressing racial inequities and the need to include local voices in the conversation funders and decision makers were having about early childhood education and care. To provide a structure for communities, families, and caregivers to engage with the data and share their experiences, a new statewide infrastructure was created across 39 regions, all of which align with existing Illinois State Board of Education regional offices of education boundaries, but operate independently. Birth to 5 Illinois regional boundaries align with school districts instead of strictly following county lines, which can be a challenge for gathering and interpreting data because many early childhood services are provided by or tied to school districts. Region 35 is located 60 miles southwest of Chicago. The region is home to extensive acreage dedicated to the farming industry. The bulk of farming is done in corn and soybean crops. Livestock farming finds itself to be another leading industry within the 3 counties. Joining me in the Region 35 office is Charlotte McWade, our Family and Community Engagement Specialist, and our Administrative Support, Zoe Miller.
Hello, this is Charlotte McWade, the Family and Community Engagement Specialist. The experiences and knowledge families, caregivers, and early childhood professionals gain while navigating the complexities of the state's early childhood education and care system are valuable, and understanding their lived experience in the local context is vital for decision makers to ensure communities have access to the programs, services, and supports they need. To this end, Birth to 5 Illinois was created to harness family and caregiver voices in early childhood education and care and serve as a bridge between the communities and policymakers so family, caregiver, and professional experiences can guide the decisions made to expand or enhance services across the state. Our mission is to create a statewide regional infrastructure that will amplify input from the communities in the development of policies and funding priorities. We support the mobilization of communities to build and sustain equitable access to inclusive, high-quality early childhood services for all children and families in the state of Illinois.
Hello, this is Zoe Miller, the Administrative Support for Region 35. We envision that our work will help all stakeholders reimagine a more equitable early childhood education and care system that respects family and community voice and works to ensure that it is centered and prioritized at every level of decision-making in Illinois. We have 3 main values and goals. First, we must prioritize family voice. Through this transformation centered on authentic family and community engagement, We will address the inequitable distribution of resources and services and rebuild our state's early childhood education and care system. Second, we must address the racial inequities that exist in our early childhood system. In an effort to move our early childhood education and care system to one where racism no longer impacts a child's success, we will work to dismantle barriers that have limited access to high-quality services for minoritized children in every corner of our state. Third, we will use the collective impact model to shift the current early childhood system to influence policy and funding at the local, regional, and state level. Birth to 5 Illinois will use community-driven feedback to build a system that harnesses knowledge directly from families and providers and encourage decision makers to ensure new and/or expanded services are created to meet community needs.
Two critical parts of the new statewide infrastructure are family councils and action councils. Located in each of the 39 regions, the councils provide feedback on quantitative data from the Illinois Early Childhood Asset Map, or ICAM, and the Illinois Network of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies, or INCRA, to help contextualize the data at the local level. The councils meet twice a month in virtual, in-person, or hybrid meetings. The family councils are comprised of parents and/or caregivers from a wide variety of family types: single parents, adoptive and foster parents, caregivers of relatives, teen parents, two-parent families, multi-generational families, and more, and prioritize the voices of those who have not been involved in this type of work before. We want to highlight those who have been involved in our Region 35 Council over the past year and thank them for sharing their experiences with the early childhood system. Alyssa Barker, Chris Bickle, Kelsey Hardy, Stephanie Maxwell, Randy Paquette, Melissa Terry, David Trenner, and Molly Wiley. Thank you.
Action councils are comprised of early childhood education and care professionals, healthcare providers, faith leaders, elected officials, and other community members. Each action council reserved 2 seats for parents and/or caregivers to ensure family voices were included in every discussion. Action council members were invited to bring additional aggregated data on programs and services provided by their agency and/or organization to complement data from ICAM and INCRA. We extend thanks and gratitude to our Region 35 Action Council members: Jacqueline Blackburn, Richard Favor, Denise Garth, Derek Kilmartin, Sarah Markey, Melissa Meidel, Carolee Pfeffinger, and Lynn Sheedy.
Beyond the council meetings, additional qualitative data was collected community-wide through focus groups and interviews, and all council members were invited to provide input on each section of their early childhood regional needs assessment. Council members developed the strengths, needs, and recommended next steps that are unique to each region. Regional teams, along with the support of their action and family council members, created a dissemination plan and are holding community meetings virtually and in person to share their report's findings. The following slides highlight some data that was discussed by council members and provide insights to early education and care landscape in our region.
Region 35 is a combination of river towns and stretches of farmland. Predominantly white, also including Hispanic or Latino, Black or African American, or 2 or more races. 7,045 of our 7,973 children aged birth to 5 do not have access to early childhood education and care. Approximately 1 out of 5 children aged birth to 5 live at or below the 200% federal poverty level.
Region 35 does not have any local community groups that meet the official definition of a collaboration. However, there are factions to aid in education and community support. Currently, Region 35 has the LaSalle Early Childhood Collaboration, Mendota Child Family Connections, and the Community Advisory Collaboration at Mendota School District 289, all of whom meet regularly that discuss what local resources are available and to provide updates on early childhood initiatives and interventions.
The ECEC Landscape in Region 35 includes licensed child care centers, licensed family child care homes, licensed exempt child care, as well as publicly funded programs, Preschool for All and Preschool for All expansion, Head Start and Early Head Start, Prevention Initiative, home visiting, early intervention, and early childhood special education. Families in the region are appreciative for the ECEC programs and services available for their children. However, they do not have the capacity to serve every child whose family wants a place for them into the program. According to a LaSalle County parent, I have an early childhood education and care background. Started looking for care 1 year in advance, only to find a long waiting list. Wait lists at child care centers and the availability of child care in our region is a significant barrier for families and caregivers.
The ECEC Workforce is an essential piece of a community. They provide environments that are safe for children while being thoughtful about growth and development. While the ECEC Workforce provides education and care for children in the region, families can go to work, attend college classes, or do what they need to provide for their households. Currently, there is a real concern regarding the lack of workforce and its detriment to the success of our community members, families, and businesses. Compensation and benefits have been considered a major barrier in encouraging others to join the ECEC workforce, and a reason many have left ECEC for another opportunity. In discussions with community members, council members, and those in the ECEC field, one point has remained constant. The salaries and benefits of the job do not align with the responsibilities and expectations.
Birth to 5 Illinois recognizes the impact of family voice within ECEC and wants to emphasize the value of family input. The formation of the Family Council in each region of the state amplifies that voice. Some families have shared frustration in finding a solution to fit their needs. Families are relying on family and friends to provide care for their children. Families within Region 35 have found themselves making complex decisions that are affecting their ability to acquire what they need and/or want for their children. Community members have reported missing work to provide care, which eventually led to the dismissal from their job.
In conversations with families and caregivers, council members, stakeholders, and community members, we have uncovered many key strengths as well as the importance of recognizing the region's needs. A few of the key strengths were Illinois Valley Community College flexible schedule and course offerings, driven community members and leaders, and grants available to our region with our families in mind. Through discussion, it was uncovered that there is a need for expansion of ECEC programming, including affordability, location, transportation, hours of operation, support for staff retention, and a system that is easily accessible and includes all available resources for families.
Region 35 Family and Action Councils developed recommendations that align with the findings in our Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment. The councils have provided the voices that amplify both the family and ECEC professional view of our early childhood system. The following recommendations are an abbreviated version of what is provided in the Regional Needs Assessment. Increase interest in the field by re-evaluating wages and benefits. Create a well-marketed, easily navigated, attainable, coordinated intake program that allows families to find all services and resources within their community, and eliminate the current slot gap. Provide transportation solutions, refocus the cost of childcare based on family needs, and create flexible hours of operation for childcare.
This summer, we will be out in the community talking to more families, providers, and stakeholders about their experiences with early childhood education and care, and we want to talk with you. We invite community members, families, and early childhood professionals to join the conversation by filling out a council interest form. Please go to www.birth25il.com/councils or click the link in the description to get involved. Interest forms will close later this summer, with council meetings fully resuming in August.
I want to thank our state partners for their support and you for watching. We encourage you to stay in touch with us by visiting our regional page at www.birth25il.com/region35 or joining our Facebook group or reaching out to Becky's email at beeager@birth25il.com. Links to our page along with her email address are available in the description below. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.